Hello and welcome to this edition of MBC News. As we get older, we all start to develop bucket lists.
You know, something that was always at the top of my list was skydiving. And recently I got to go with a few of my friends.
Yeah, and you even got to do a story on it. Let's check it out.
While skydiving may serve as a lesson on gravity, it's not your average physics class. Seniors Sophia Bowden and Kate Leathers face their fears as they jump 13,000 feet out of an airplane.
I'm pretty calm right now. I keep on telling myself I'm not nervous. My hands are a little sweaty, but other than that, I'm pretty calm, you know. Just been praying a little extra today. My mom still thinks I'm doing my physics project, which I did do, and it's successful, and my eggs did not break. But she doesn't know I'm about to jump out of an airplane, so that's probably the scariest part, is getting home, not reaching the ground.
After a 20-minute flight and 5 minutes in the air, the nerves quickly switched into excitement.
The favorite part was leaning over the airplane and looking at everything, and you're like, whoa. And then when you go out and you're just kind of parachuting around looking at everything else. When we went out of the plane, we turned back so we saw the plane flying away from us, and we were just falling. It was so cool.
While some people have to lie to fulfill their bucket list, diving instructor and videographer Lonnie Kirk jumps anywhere from 5 to 25 times a day.
I do free fall video. I fly with cameras on my head. I have a still camera on top and a video camera on the front, and I have indicator lights telling me what the cameras are doing, and I have ring sights that line them up with my subject. Take pictures with my tongue. That's about all I can tell you about that. Just fly around and have a good time.
Whether you tell your mom you're working on a physics project or you're going into work, skydiving never fails to be an unforgettable experience. I'm Ellie Hartman, MBC News.
That looked like a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was a really unique experience.
Something else that not a lot of people get to do is hang out with their administrators outside of a school environment.
Yeah, here's reporter Chris Algor taking on Kroger with our new administrator, Mr. Reyes.
This is Dion Reyes, one of Mason High School's newest assistant principals. How much do we really know about Mr. Reyes?
Made it out to Kroger here with my buddy Mr. Reyes. We're gonna do a little shopping today. Figure out what this guy's all about. Let's go. So, Mr. Reyes, you were in the MI last year.
I was.
What's it like moving to a school where everyone's bigger than you?
You know, it's a little rough, but I got a school, so it's all good.
Okay. So, as your first year at Mason High School, how's it been?
It's been great. I've enjoyed, meeting new students, and everybody, honestly, from the staff to the students, has been amazing. Black Hole's a lot of fun. Seeing all of our clubs and athletes and just different things that Mason has to offer. It's truly incredible. My high school never offered nearly the stuff that Mason does, and so I've really enjoyed getting to be part of all.
So, you went to college at Xavier University, correct? Local school here?
Yep, 4 years.
Heard a rumor that you were a male cheerleader there. What's that all about?
I had a brief stint as one of the male cheerleaders that throw up the female cheerleaders, yes, for a month, and then I quit. Because I decided I would rather be the mascot for Xavier.
So let me get this straight. You're the mascot at Xavier.
I was the mascot for 4 years.
For 4 years? Yes. Who's a mascot?
Although we view administrators as high-power authority figures, they go shopping like regular people too. I'm Chris Algor, NBC News.
Man, who would have ever guessed that Mr. Reyes was a cheerleader and then a mascot?
You know, it's really important to form relationships with the staff here. They're a lot more than the person that you see in their office or classroom.
Yeah, and sometimes you might find out things about them that you didn't know.
The Smallwood family faced a tragedy, but they showed us that because of their loss, it doesn't have to divide the community, but it can bring them together. Here's Kaylee Connors with the story.
A lot can happen in 40 days. Tim and Sarah Smallwood's daughter, Sophia, left an impact on many lives after she died just 40 days after her birth. In honor of their daughter who passed away due to congenital heart defects, the Smallwoods created their organization called Sophia's Team and kick off their original 40-day challenge with a balloon release.
The 40-day challenge is something that my husband and I came up with after it came to be time of her first birthday. So what we decided to do was to think of a way that we could honor her life, and so we put it out on social media. And we decided to say from October 9th to November 17th, which were her 40 days with us, we decided to say, here's her story, share her story, And in order to give back to our family and friends and community that helped us during our time of need, pay it forward and just show random acts of kindness for 1 to 40 days, within those 40 days, with Sophia in mind.
Sophia Smallwood's uncle was BJ Smallwood. He's also a teacher at MECC that has been promoting Sophia's team to his classes. Sophia and all the Smallwoods have made such an impact that students like Mia Santafanti have been coming to the balloon launch and participating in the challenge even though they have moved on to a different grade.
Because I love the Smallwood family a lot, and because I've been doing it for 2 years, the Sophia's 40-day challenge, kindergarten with Mrs. Hastings and the first grade with Mr. Smallwood.
Sophia may have only been on this earth for 40 days, but her unforgettable impact lives on through her family and friends, paying it forward. I'm Kaylee Connors, MBC News.
That really shows how simple acts of kindness can bring so many smiles to a community.
You know the one person who I never see without a smile on their face? Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox is happy all of the time. Here he is with Shannon McCalmon on this segment of Carpool Karaoke.
Oh my gosh, is that Mr. Fox? Oh, hop in! So, I just saw you biking by. Do you bike to school every day?
Pretty much, Shannon. Whenever the weather's good, and I'll even go until the weather gets cold. If it gets below freezing, then I chicken out.
Okay. So when you get to school, you're a study hall monitor. Like, what's that like? Like, let's be real. How many people actually study in study hall?
Well, it's funny. I'd say it's a pretty high percentage. I'd say at least 2, 3, 4%. Yeah,
high.
At least, yeah.
One final question for you.
You bet.
What is your favorite part about MHS?
Wow. I tell you what, that's a tough question because MHS goes back to 1965 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I've been part of MHS for a long. Now I haven't been in the school all that time.
Yeah.
But obviously I've followed sports and I know kids. But the best part, I feel like I'm with 3,500 of my best friends every day.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. I mean, it's just a great school. It's fun to be around. You walk down the hall, 200 kids say, "Hi, Mr. Fox. Hi, Mr. Fox."
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
No, you really can't. Well, do you mind if we listen to some music?
Sure, we can do that.
All right.
You got some good tunes?
This is like one that's like pretty popular now. I like it a lot, actually. All right, let's listen. Do you like this?
I don't know. That's not exactly my style. Do you have something?
Not really your speed?
A little bit older?
All right, I think I know what you want.
Okay.
This is a classic.
Yeah.
This is a classic.
Yeah. Dire Straits. Good choice.
The Walk of Life.
The Walk of Life.
What
That's
a
a
song.
great choice.
What? I like it.
There's some good woohoos in this song too.
Little Johnny singing oldies goldies, popping with my baby what I say. Here comes Johnny singing, I got a woman down in the tunnel trying to make me pay. He got the action, he got the motion, where the boy can play. Dedication, devotion, you turn it on the nighttime into the day. And after all the violence and double talk, it's just a song and all the trouble and the strife. You do the walk. Yeah, you do the walk of life. Yeah, you do the walk of life.
The girls' basketball program has always had great talent, and this year is no exception. Even though they have some big shoes to fill, they're ready to go and are once again setting their sights on another winning season. Lake and Steedley previews a team that is certainly going to be one to watch.
Last year, the girls' basketball team made it all the way to the state championship. They won 26 games overall. When a team reaches those heights, the margins for improvement become even slimmer. So what does a team have to do for improvement after winning 26 games and making it to state? The first task facing the Comets this season is replacing several key team members, including 2 who are now playing major college basketball on the Division I level. But head coach Rob Matula has some talented players who are ready to step up and grab the reins as they attempt to go back to state, playing their trademark gauntlet of a schedule.
Last year was a special year, and we, got a lot of experience for younger kids, but I would expect our seniors, which is what we always expect, to step up and take leadership roles. I mean, a bunch of good players that we lose. Having younger players who have the experience of being in big games and being able to see, what the seniors did, is a luxury. We're very lucky to have talented players, and, them being able to get good game experience should be good for us going into this year.
Last season, as a freshman, Sammy Puisis burst onto the scene as a player to reckon with. Now in her sophomore season, she'll be counted on to lead the team as one of the nation's most coveted young recruits.
We have a bunch of returning players. I think we're all expected to step up and have a little bit of a leadership role. My part would be to just always come with a positive attitude at practice and set the example and encourage my teammates and also push them to do 110%, because if we do that, I think we'll be very successful this season. I think I'm definitely not a freshman anymore. I have to step up big time this year. I think other teams, they're going to come after me, but I think as a team, if we all do our role and step up, then we should have no problem finishing what we started last year.
While Sammy Puisis is getting a lot of hype as one of the area's top players, there is no shortage of firepower on this edition of the Comets. Samari Mowbray and Anna Brinkman are also 2 of the top returning players in the GMC.
My role has always been defense, but this year I'm going to have to be more aggressive offensively, and I'm going to be expected to score more. This year I'm going to have to be the leader of the team. I'm going to have to be way more vocal and encouraging to my teammates.
For this season, we expect to be GMC champs as well as go back to state, but this year win it all.
When your team just came 9 points away from winning the state title a year ago, the margin for improvement is slim, but one that is fraught with obstacles. The Comets once again play one of the state's most demanding schedules and know that they will have a large target on their back during this season. I'm Lakin Steedley, MBC Sports.
The boys basketball team is also gearing up for success this year. Last season, they were the top offensive and defensive team in the league. But this season, they're led by 2 veteran seniors who hope to guide the Comets back to the top of the conference. Expectations are high, but so is their confidence. Cole Harding has the story.
Seniors Matt King and Eddie Puisis have been a part of 56 wins and only 11 losses during the career on the Mason boys basketball team. Now heading into their final season, they look to continue their winning trend, including a 3rd straight GMC title.
After losing some talented players from last year's 22-2 team, Puisis and King know the team has the players ready to help carry the load if the Comets are to repeat as league champs.
I think we'll have a lot of guys come in and play a bigger role than they did last year, specifically Carlos Lewis, Ben Schutte. I think last year they definitely played roles for the team, whether it was rebounding or defense, stuff like that. And I think this year they'll really step in and they'll be playing a lot more minutes than they did last year, which will obviously they'll need to play a bigger role offensively as well as on the defensive end also.
We got players coming in from the JV team this year, or from last year, Noah Peddlety and Tanner Canoe. They'll be assuming a lot of minutes this year, and we're hoping that a player like Peds can step up scoring-wise, help us replace players like Kyle Lamott, Nate Haller, and then we also got a guard, Tanner Canoe, hoping he can step up, control the pace a little bit as a point guard. We also have some good freshmen coming in, hoping they can step up maybe on the varsity or the JV level, and I hope in future years to come that they can become strong players for Mason.
Even though the Comets were the top-scoring team in the conference last year, they will once again focus on their staple of lockdown defense, a defense that was tops in the league, only surrendering 44 points per game.
We play a good team defense, so make sure we're always communicating. That's our biggest focus. Coach always tells us every day, make sure we're talking to each other out there, telling each other when a screen has come in or who we're guarding. It's important to make sure everyone knows what they're doing and that everyone else knows what everyone else is doing so that we can rotate when needed and stop the ball when needed too.
Well, it all starts on the defensive end. It helps you get easy buckets on offense. So, honestly, we practice more defense in practice than we do offense. So, I'd say coaches really emphasize it. So, it's really a big commitment for us as players and for the coaches to, we take pride in being the best defensive team around.
The
The Comets know they're going to get a lot of production out of their 2 veteran seniors, but it takes a whole team to continue their winning trend and hang a 3rd straight championship banner. With an infusion of new faces on the varsity level and a winning tradition that has become synonymous with the Mason basketball, the bar is high but within reach for this edition of the 2016-17 Mason Comets. I'm Cole Harding, MBC Sports.
We want to finish with a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we're not talking about the 2016 presidential campaign. Chris Algor and Ashley Singleton are back with your favorite sports moments from the fall season. Let's take a look. What's up, guys? We're back with the good, the bad, and the ugly.
As you know, we always have a variety of epic sports plays here at Mason High School. So we sent out Peyton Kramer and Blake Barrett to capture these moments.
Now with the good, we have men's soccer.
We got a corner coming in, a nice header by Danny Lou on the top left side of the net. This is just a taste of the successful men's soccer season. And now with the bad, we have a little bit of water polo.
We have a behind-the-back shot by St. X hitting Brian Carl right in the face. Now with the ugly, we have Mason football.
Here we have defensive lineman Zayd Hammond sliding right past the Sycamore O-line to break the legs of the quarterback. This man cannot be stopped.
Thanks for watching the good, the bad, and the ugly.
We'll see you next time.
As the school year progresses, it seems to get harder and harder to wake up in the mornings.
Before the bell rang here in Comet Country, Alyssa Brooks took on the halls to see what your first thoughts were when you looked in the mirror this morning.
It's another morning here in Comet Country, and you've just woken up at the crack of dawn to take on another day of school. When you take that first look in the mirror, you could be thinking many different things. But there's always that first impression we give ourselves every morning. So, we ask you kids in the hall, what was the first thing you thought of when you looked in the mirror this morning?
Yikes! 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 Yikes!
Why? Dang, I'm cute.
I'm tired.
I can't think of anything right now.
Ew.
Gosh, what is that thing?
I need to go back to bed. It's a great day to be a comet.
Why don't I drink coffee?
I look like a mom.
I really should drink coffee.
I can't think of anything.
I mean, I just have orange juice and I need energy.
I put the hot in hot mess.
But I don't get that.
Thanks, parents. Kanye.
I don't get that from that. I need coffee.
Dad? Why?
I wish that I had brushed my hair before I looked at my myself in the mirror.
I'm beautiful.
But I didn't want to go back to bed.
When I looked in the mirror, I thought it was my brother's birthday, so I was like, shoot, I gotta get him a present today.
Dang.
This morning I woke up late. It was like 6:30.
Beginning to look more and more like Beyonce every single day.
You need to go back to sleep.
Did I even look in the mirror? Obviously not. I didn't even look in the mirror.
I wish I looked like Katherine Geiger. I screamed in terror.
I don't want to talk about it.
The mirror shattered before I could think of anything.
Good morning.
Whether you're on the Hot Mess Express or you woke up flawless like Beyonce, MHS students clearly have a variety of things they think at the first sight of themselves in the mirror every morning. I'm Alyssa Brooks, NBC News.
Man, the yikes montage spoke to me.
I can definitely relate to the yikes.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of NBC News. As always, we're committed to bringing you the news of students making the news.
We couldn't be here without all the hard work from our crew. For everyone in front of and behind the camera, I'm Melly Harpin.
And I'm Katherine Geiger.